Farmers are the backbone of Australian society. So then why the hell would the Albanese Labor government try and fuck them over with another new tax on superannuation? Well, at least that seems to be what some people are saying.
Senator, many who hold farms in self-managed super funds are worried they'll be hit by Labor's tax on unrealised gains because land values have surged. So they're worried they're going to have to sell those assets in order to pay for those paper gains.
Thank you, Freya, but let's see what's really going on.
For the vast majority of people, super is working as it's intended to work. You put money in as you work, that money accumulates, it's taxed at a very low rate. And when you retire, you have a pot of money that you can do as you wish.
This, in a sense, creates a sort of social safety net. That means when someone retires, they can be self-reliant. So Labor's introducing a new tax on superannuation, and it only affects super accounts with more than $3 million in them, right? The new tax is an additional 15% on the growth in the balance in your super over that $3 million, which the Labor government says will only affect the wealthiest 0.5% of Australians. And the coalition says that it's going to fuck over farmers, basically. But what's the point of a self-managed super fund?
Self-managed super funds, the purpose of them was for people who were self-employed, who were not getting a wage and salary from an employer, that they should also be able to put something into a super fund. So, you and I work for an employer, they pay us, the 12% super guarantee. But if I'm running my own business and I don't have any employees, I needed a way to be able to save at the tax-free rate that other people have saved.
So then what about the farmers that have put their farms into these self-managed funds?
I feel like people have taken advantage of those rules to do things that's not at all what we imagined would be done at the beginning. So now I'm starting to have less sympathy if I think about the fact that, these people have a lot of money. If they were running these businesses through the normal corporate business tax structure or through a family trust, as a lot of farms are run, they would be paying a higher rate of tax.
So yeah, while it's not illegal or anything, some have been running a farm while essentially paying less tax. But look, now that we're here, what should we do?
So my proposal on this one is to say to people, look, you don't have to pay that tax immediately. We'll calculate it. We'll keep track of how much you owe. We'll index it to inflation every year, like the way we keep track of a HEX debt, for example. And we'll charge you when the property is disposed of or when the property is transferred, when normally there would be some tax anyway. And I would say the same thing about people who are holding big property portfolios inside of these super funds. But this is a small number of people. Initially, the law is going to affect about 100 or 120,000 people. The number of farmers in that group is quite tiny. And I think, but I think there's some kind of reasonable provisions.
So will Labor actually do something like this? To be honest, I doubt it, but it would be an easy way for them to stifle some of the criticism that this tax, which is benefiting a majority of Australians, is getting.